All right, we in the building, man. Let me pop this chat up. Pop the chat up. We back. You know what I mean? We back. Like I say, I wanted to do all of that in one video. I just want to do one long live, man. And talk about that, all those situations, and anything else, you know what I'm saying? If y'all wanted to add on with something, just go in. But I didn't title it the right way. So, bam. This one that I kind of been wanting to talk about for the last few days, but everybody jumped on it so hard. Everybody was blogging about it, like when Kodak it first when he had pled guilty for the federal case. When he pled guilty to that, everybody jumped on it. You know what I'm saying? So me, I basically I stayed away from it, and I'm gonna talk about it now because further details have unfolded. You know what I'm saying? Further details unfolded, and we're about to talk about it, people. I'm trying to pull up the story. Bear with me real fast. I want to pull up the story before I can read it to y'all straight off the presses. You dig? Hot, straight off the presses. We're gonna get it. I want to be politically correct. I want to give y'all no false information. If I'm not mistaken, I can find it over here, man. Here we go. Bam. This is the story I'm looking for. I'm gonna read it to y'all verbatim, man. This is what it say, y'all. Bear with me. Okay, now let's. Now this basically these charges is being brought up against him from Miami-Dade DA's office. So this telling me this is a state case. He just pled guilty in a federal gun case. But now basically Miami is bringing up new charges against him. I've been hearing the reason why I want to be clear on that because I've been hearing people basically report on it, but they're saying that that's the gun case. They're saying that that's the gun case that he caught when he was in the car going to New York and they accidentally went into Canada. That's what I've heard people say, but that's not that case. For a matter of fact, that's the federal case right there that he pled guilty to, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not mistaken, you know what I'm saying? But this case, the two new gun cases charges that he got, basically this is coming out of Miami. You know what I'm saying? This is coming out of Miami. And basically, damn, Shea Butter be having me shining shit. Yeah, basically, boy got two new gun cases out of Miami, and it ain't looking good because he just pled guilty to 4 years or a little bit under 4 years. So Kodak has to do about 36 months, 46 months or 36. Let me see, 4 years, 36 would be 46 months. That's what he just signed. He just pled guilty in the feds for 46 months. So in the feds, you got to do like 85% of your time. You know what I'm saying? So if they said 46 months, he gonna have to do like 85% of that. You know what I'm saying? But now he's got two new cases coming out of Miami. And I've been seeing reports that each gun case carries up to like 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Which they're saying Kodak is facing 60 years. That's a stretch. You know what I'm saying? He ain't murdered nobody, as far as we know. Two gun cases. Kodak got that bag. He just pleaded for 4 in the feds. He might can get another. The lowest I see him doing on them two gun cases is like 2 years. That's after he get out the feds. They'll give him like another 2 years for the guns. You know what I'm saying? The Miami, they give him 2 years. He have to go to Miami. After he get out the feds, he have to go to Miami and go to the state penitentiary in Miami for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So he looking at about, if things play out like that, Kodak looking at about 6 years. You know what I'm saying? The 4 years in the feds, and then another 2 in Miami. You know what I'm saying? And maybe 6 years. If he lucky now, I can't count his pockets, but if his bag is long enough, he could get probation for them guns in Miami. He can get probation for that, but he gonna have to pay a hefty fee. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to pay a hefty toll to get through that. You know what I mean? But Kodak do got a bag, so he might don't get no time for them guns in Miami. Now that I'm thinking about it, really giving a lot of thought, because I really ain't gave the situation much thought, but I read the headlines and it's like, damn, the headlines that have you believing one thing, but in reality it'd be something totally different. You know what I'm saying? The blogs that have you believing one thing. It's like they saying Kodak's facing 60 years for those 2 guns. He didn't murder nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, unless them guns got bodies on them, ain't nobody getting no 30 years for no pistol. You know what I'm saying? Now I know he's a habitual felon where he has a lot of felonies. You know what I'm saying? Prior felonies on his jacket. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, that can get you certain enhancements on your charges or when you're convicted. But or when you get sentenced, pardon self, when you get sentenced, that can give you certain enhancement for being a felon or whatever, being a felon with a gun. You know what I'm saying? These type of things, that alone can make Kodak have to serve some time. But if he got a bag, he can if his bag is big enough, he could probably pay that little case off in Miami. Now that I'm thinking about it. But depending on how, Miami looks at Kodak, if they look at him like a menace to society, the judge might not be so lenient with him, you know what I'm saying? Or the prosecutor or whatever, just because he got a bag. You know what I'm saying? It depends on them type of things, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it's not looking too good for Kodak. We will say that, though. You know what I'm saying? We know when he get out, he's going to be at least he's going to be on probation. So he gonna have to walk a fine line. You know what I mean? That probation, that's a trick bag in itself. You know what I mean? I had to do they gave me 5 years, but I ended up doing almost like 10 years on probation after I got out. You know what I'm saying? So the probation ain't no joke, man. To have to, you know what I'm saying, report and live your life basically as a inmate on the outside. Basically, that's what probation and parole and all that is. You're an inmate, but you're on the outside world. You know what I'm saying? So we already know he gonna have some kind of paroles and probation. He gonna have to go through all that all over again. But my thing is, in 4 or 6 years, or if he have to do like 8 years, is Kodak still gonna be relevant when he get out? Is people still gonna be checking for his music? That's a long stretch. We ain't seen no rappers really just do a real long stretch and come home and just still be that guy. Gucci did like about, I want to say like 3 years or something like that. 3, maybe 4 years. Some I forget how much time he did, but he did a little stretch. And Kevin Gates also did a little stretch. He did about 2 to 3 years on 2 different cases. But since Kevin Gates been hot, he did a stretch, a little 2, 3 year little bid. So them dudes was able to come home and pick up where they left off at pretty much, as far as they fan base never left them while they was locked up. But if Kodak have to do, we know he's gonna do at least 4 in the feds. But if you have to turn around and do another 2 or another 5 after the 4, on top of the 4, which would make like anywhere up from 6 to 10 years. Kodak can have to do up to 6 to 10 years in prison possibly, maybe even more. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say 6 to 10 years. That's what Kodak is looking at right now. Is Kodak still gonna be relevant when he get out? Is people still gonna want to hear Kodak Black music? You know what I'm saying? In a 6 to 10 year span. You know what I'm saying? You know how fast pretty much the music industry changes up now. You know what I'm saying? You hear a song that's hot today, and in 2 weeks, you burnt out on it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hot no more. It's microwave music. And it's because one thing with I bounce. I love the trap. I love the trap music. I've been fooling with the trap for a long time. But with this new music, it's no substance, man. These dudes is freestyling and they not really going in depth as far as like lyrically. You know what I'm saying? You got some artists that still do that, but it's like the music has no substance to it. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that makes it easier for anybody just to get into the game and just do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Which it takes a level of talent to get in the booth. Period. Because some people just don't got the confidence to do it. You know what I'm saying? So just that alone, I salute any person that capitalizes on their talent or is able to even have the confidence to get out there and do their thing. You know what I'm saying? I salute that. But as far as the artistry or the level of the artistry today comparing to 10 years ago, or maybe even, in the Tupac generation or in some of the older generations, the golden era and all that, the artistry is definitely not as high. The level of artistry is not as high. The beats is fire. The beats is way fire than they was back then. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically, I listen to the music for the beat. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's how when when the song come on, I hear about the few little beats, little rhythm, how the rhythm come in and all that, and when the bass line kick, and I know if I like the song before what one word is said. You know what I'm saying? Earl Jones 777. Miami want Kodak in prison. He should have left Florida with Boosie. So Earl Jones, Kodak was staying in LA, man. Kodak been staying in LA for some time now. You know what I'm saying? He did move. He moved out of Miami, man. So he was out there in LA, but some of his old dealings that he had came back to haunt him. And for a matter of fact, the gun case that I think Kodak is facing now is the one where he signed for a gun knowing that he was a felon. And I think this is some stuff that happened early in his career or before he was even popping as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So, that was basically like, the skeletons in the closet coming back to haunt you type situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, the federal case is the case where they was on the highway. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, that's the case where they was on the highway and supposedly the GPS took them to Canada. You know what I mean? Which, man, that's like the world's dumbest criminal type shit. You know what I'm saying? Knowing you're going to get checked going in and out of Canada, but they GPS, they was going from, I want to say, Detroit to New York and ended up in Canada on some world dumbest criminal type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. But yeah, Kodak did leave. He left Florida, but it was too late. You know what I'm saying? For some of the activities that he was participating in while he was in Florida, like you say, the police in Miami, they've been wanting. They've been wanting. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, Kodak got to pay the piper, man. Which I'm against the prison industrial system and just how it's ran. I know that you got to have some sort of judicial system, or you got to have some sense of justice in a society. But I'm just not. I'm against the way that it's ran. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some. standing for what Kaepernick knelt for. You know what I'm saying? As far as the injustice, oppression, the prison industrial complex. You know, I stand for all them type of things. So I don't like to see no man locked up, especially. I feel like a lot of times in this judicial system, it's all right. You're right. If you do the crime, then you should have to do the time. You know what I'm saying? If you do the crime, you should have to do the time. But I feel like that they give out too much time. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of cases, especially to people of color. People of color usually the judge usually sentence them harsher than the European or the Caucasian race. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect intended, because I love my white people, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as it's built off of, you know, one race. You feel me? We accept all races over here. You know what I'm saying? We accept all races at Urban Media Fix, whether you're a white hip hop artist or different things. We will promote you if you fire. If you don't, we will promote your music and all that. You know what I'm saying? So this channel it's not to do nothing with race. You know what I'm saying? We accept all. We accept you how you come. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a fact that people of color get a harsher sentence than the white man. You know what I'm saying? The white people, when they get sentenced. You know, and that's just like where I stay now. I seen like back in the days when crack was popping, they would sentence crackheads to they would send crackheads to prison instead of basically giving them some kind of what you call it rehab, instead of giving them some kind of rehabilitation as far as to help get them off the drugs, they would send them to prison. But in modern times, crack is not so popular no more. It's methamphetamines. So you got a lot of that's more of like a white person's drug. So you got a lot of white people getting caught with methamphetamines, and like the meth heads, they call them meth heads. The ones that do the meth. When they start getting caught, and all of them was getting caught at alarming rates, you know what I'm saying, with drugs, and they was filling up, the county jails, they started giving them rehab. They wasn't sending them to the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? So that's just an example right there showing you how the judicial system is flawed. So, as a youth coming up, especially if you're a person of color, you do not want to get caught up in that system because it's flawed. And it's pretty much designed to, stick it to you. You know what I mean? If you come up in there and it's a money system, basically. It's a money system. So if you come up in there and you ain't got your money right, if you don't got you a good lawyer and all that, they liable to stick it to you, man. So you don't want to get caught up in that judicial system. So to see Kodak caught up in that system, as far as it looks like he been in and out of jail since he was about 15. It's sad, man, because the young dude is talented. Do I agree with a lot of the moves that he makes? Like some of the trolling and things that he do? No. But the young dude is talented. You know what I'm saying? I could say that. Like, one of the things that I didn't agree with was when he basically it violated Nipsey by shooting his shot at Lower London before Nipsey was even in the ground. Literally. You know what I'm saying? Kodak was shooting his shot at Lower London as far as on IG live. You know what I'm saying? I could see if it was something that went on in the private, but he went on IG live shooting his shot. And it's like, come on, man, for some respect, man. By all accounts, Nipsey Hussle is a hip hop legend, you know what I'm saying, before his time. And we didn't realize it until after he died. But by all accounts, he's a legend. He's up there with Pop. He's up there with Big. You know what I'm saying? Don't just any artist. There's plenty of artists that died. But we didn't necessarily put them up there with Pac and Big. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Nipsey had a big enough impact to put him up there with them. But uh Extension. I feel like Extension had the talent to almost put him up. To put him up, I ain't even gonna say almost, to put him up there, man. The young kid was talented. He had the talent level, but when we talking about Nipsey, Nipsey was a legend, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as streets, hip hop, all the way around. And for Kodak to come out his mouth like that right after the man died, it was very disrespectful. You know what I mean? And you can see that karma's a motherfucker. Cause it's like, and what I mean by that, I'm not saying that he made a statement about Lower London, so he went to jail. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is when you see young dudes or you see a person moving in a certain manner, you know what I'm saying? Where they doing reckless shit and they saying stuff like Kodak, how Kodak could come out his mouth like that, right? That tell you that he don't got the right OGs around him. You know what I'm saying? He don't got nobody around him really guiding him in the right direction. You feel me? So that means he's moving reckless. So that means if he moving reckless, look where that ends up. Moving reckless gets you in the feds. That gets you multiple case after case after case. You feel me? So it's like, you know, karma's a bitch, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, come on, man. But I ain't really, you know, I'm not into kicking a person when they down, man. So this ain't really about that. But I did want to tie it in to let you see how karma's a motherfucker, man. How your GPS is taking you to Canada when you trying to go from Detroit to New York. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have road managers and people around you, manager, road manager, a team. You're supposed to have a team of people around you that's guiding you in the right direction, not literally across the Canadian the Canadian borderline with guns. You know what I'm saying? That's leading you in the wrong direction, literally. You know what I'm saying? But it's a double entendre. It goes both ways. Like in a figurative way too. It's like you're supposed to have a team that's help guiding you. You know what I'm saying, in the right way. You feel me? And Kodak didn't have that, so basically, you see where he's at. And then I seen a Say Cheese interview where his cousin spoke out, and his cousin said that Kodak pretty much didn't want nothing but yes men around him. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wasn't with his move or how he wanted to do it, then Kodak was gonna distance himself from me. Like even if you was the big homie type time, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey man, that's where, when you in that living a certain type of lifestyle and you ain't moving the right way, it comes faster than you think. You know what I'm saying? It definitely comes faster than you think. Yeah, man. It comes back faster than you think, man. So I hate to see Kodak doing all that time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I hate to see any black man doing time, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like the judicial system, they do give out too much time to people of color. You know what I'm saying? So that's something, you know what I'm saying, that has to be changed, man. You know what I'm saying? And they making little steps here and there, but the system's so flawed, man, it just need a whole overhaul. You know what I'm saying? It needs a whole overhaul, and that's that, man. But Kodak, man, is he still gonna be relevant when he get out? We know he doing 4 years. Kodak got 4 years to do. But the gun charges in Miami, depending on how that go, he might get extra time on top of the four. I say at the most it's probably 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Because Kodak got a bag, but he might get probation. But even if I say 4 years, I think his music will still be relevant in 4 years. I think Kodak music will still be relevant in 4 years. So you know, that's pretty much like the same stretch what Gucci did. Gucci did about like 3.5 to 4 years. And he still came out. Well, now that I think about it, Gucci, his career is probably gone farther than it ever been, but it's like, to me, I don't know, the music ain't just been as good. You know what I'm saying? It's like Gucci, I don't know, man. Gucci, I fool with Gucci, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Gucci. But we're gonna see, man. I'm sure Kodak can still have a fan base. He still got all his followers on Instagram. You know, a lot of people still fool with him. Some of the neighborhood dudes, the 60s, they mad at him, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, really, California is mad at him, you know what I'm saying? He gotta really you know what I'm saying? I don't know, the whole Cali, or at least the whole LA was mad at Kodak. I say that, the whole LA. You know, but you got some people in LA who didn't fool with Nipsey, like Blueface. Blueface, he never he still ain't paid his respect to Nipsey as far as saying a RIP and none of that. You know what I'm saying? And he a Crip. So, you know, they said I seen an interview, it was Whack 100, they was on No Jumper. And Whack said that Nipsey Hussle and Blueface, they neighborhoods been on and off beefing for like 20 years. Right? And he said Blueface didn't know Nipsey, so who is he? So why do he need to pay his respect, man? But it's like, you got people like your boy, my man that's over there with Kendrick and them, Schoolboy Q. He from Five Deuce, and he even paid his respect for Nipsey. That's a direct, them Hoover and Five Deuce Hoover and 60's been beefing forever, man. And he paid his, them hoods might still be beefing to this day. And he paid his respects, you know what I'm saying? Just on some grown man time. It's like you gotta salute Blueface is in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta salute the ones that came before you, man. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that did it at a high level, because that's basically what you trying to live up to. Which Blueface don't make the same kind of music as Nipsey did, but just that standard, you trying to live up to that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, come on, man. The boy said in his song he ain't had no smut on his rap. You did? So one can only hope to live up to a standard like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, man, these young dudes, man, and I can't even say Blueface don't got no OGs around him because he got Whack 100 around him. But we see how crazy Whack 100 come out his mouth half the time. You know, sometimes, you know, he'll say something like, you know, and he'll come off like a real triple OG, a real OG. I can't say triple OG, but he'll come off like a real OG, and sometimes how he kick it. But then other times, boy sound like a jit. You know what I'm saying? He coming out his mouth like a jit. Like the whole time when the Tupac movie was coming out, Whack 100 went on a whole fucking campaign trashing the movie before it even came out. Or really, he didn't trash the movie. He was trashing Tupac. He was slandering Tupac. You know, he went on a whole protest, you know, a whole campaign to slander the man's name and all that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on, my man. It's like you supposed to be an OG. Come on, man. You supposed to have certain codes and ethics, man, as an OG, whatever. If that's the title that you carry, you supposed to have certain code of ethics that you living by, man. And try to throw dirt on the man's name while he's dead and all that. He wasn't a gangster and all that. What the fuck is a gangster, bro? What does it mean to be a gangster? You know what I'm saying? Is it more important to being a real man or a gangster? You know what I'm saying? Which one is more important? Or which one is more of which one is more of a role model for a kid, a real gangster or a real man? Come on, man, we raising these babies. What kind of you know, you want to put out a good image, you know what I'm saying? For the babies. So it's like, Tupac might have not been from none of them Cali neighborhoods, but he was a real dude. He was a man. You know what I'm saying? All the way up until the night he died. How he went out like a man. You know, everybody is not. Everybody has their times when they ain't the best version of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or where you might have a slip up here or there. But for the most part, boy, good outweighed his bad as far as street credibility type shit. As far as his street, how he moved in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, especially not being from that. You know, so yeah, man. Yeah, sometimes Wack come off like a real top-notch OG, but then other times he talk like a jit. So for Blue, surprised, you know what I'm saying? But that's a lot of times, man, these young dudes don't have they don't have the OGs around them, you know what I'm saying? And that's why they do a lot of the shit. And that's how I feel like Kodak is in the position he's in. Yeah, I mean, hey, when y'all come in the building, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost nothing for a like. A like is a donation over here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about, the cash shoulder, man. You know, which we do have a cash app. It's in the description. But a like is just as good as a donate. That is a donation over here. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all come in, y'all hit that like button. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, the boy Kodak, man, it's like, hopefully he can learn from this, though. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can learn from this, and he can get out and get his career back on track. Feed his family and all that. Poor himself, man. Let me get this little text off, man. Get that little message off. We in the building, man. We definitely in the building, man. Let me read some of these chats, man. Miami wanted them. "10 years, man. I don't wish jail on nobody, Chris R, man. You know what I'm saying? Faster through Canada. Hey, you can't go through Canada with guns on you, my man. Oh, that's how the GPS got him out. Yeah, man, you got to be smarter than the smartphones, right? Boss Royalty, would you say Master P try to help him? Hey, Kodak say Master P try to hit him for a bag. Hey, Kodak say all Master P wanted was a bag, you know what I mean? And Kodak, he shitted on Master P. Hey, Kodak shitted on Master P on the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, when he said that, then I kind of was feeling, where he was coming from. Like, the old man was trying to run game on him, whatever. But it's like, it's still, you got to do things, man. You're supposed to respect your elders, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you disagree, you have a disagreement with one of your elders or whatnot, it's a certain way that you handle it. You don't got to agree with everything with what your elders say. You know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to respect your elders, man. You know what I mean? Whether you plead the fifth on a subject, or you gotta, that's another thing with these artists. They don't have media training. You know what I'm saying? And back in the day, the artists used to get media training. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. The boy, right at the prime of his career, at the height of his career, he gets sent up that road. You know what I mean? Which this ain't the first time we've seen this. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like the Fed's been cracking down, man, on the hip hop movement, on just the hip hop industry, and just on like the urban community in general, man. As far as like a lot of times when you would see like the state handling certain situations, the feds is coming in now and they taking over, you know what I mean? You know, they trying to put that RICO on motherfuckers, especially, you know, in New York. You see how they be wiping out. I be seeing in New York how they wipe out crews and gangs that were just like 30 and 40 people, man. They'll just take them out the street, you know what I'm saying? And they'll raid a whole projects pretty much, you know what I mean? And the feds will come in and just raid a whole projects and put RICOs on everybody, you know what I mean? So the feds is really working a move right now. You see, they got ARAB, they got Kodak, they got Rollo, free all those men. You know what I'm saying? Who else they got? Oh, the Treyway. They took down Treyway. You know what I'm saying? What else they did, man? Yeah, the feds ain't playing around with this hip hop movement, man. This hip hop industry. These record labels, they label them as basically gangs, and they roping them folks off, man. They giving them big boy numbers, man. They giving them football numbers and shit. Bobby Shmurda, his crew got took down, but I don't think that was a federal case. I'm not sure, but I don't think it was a federal case. You know what I'm saying? The feds even I think Offset even caught a federal little case. And 21 Savage, we all seen what happened to 21 Savage. Who else? Yeah, the feds been all up in that hip hop industry, man. They crawling all through that thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, you see, you had the CEO Chris dude. He was like a hip hop police. He was this CEO Chris dude was selling these dudes the drugs. You know what I'm saying? And then basically informing at the same time. Ain't that entrapment? I thought that was something that they call entrapment. You know what I'm saying? You know, this dude was selling the drugs to Treyway and at the same time informing on them. That's like some new shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like some new shit. Hell yeah, man. Hit that like button as you come in, man. You know what I mean? Free game. You dig? It's free game. We're giving up free game right now. So hit that like button as you come in the building. Watching that Georgia Auburn game, Georgia 14-0 and all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, how my people in the chat doing, man? You know what I mean? Boss royalty. Let me see what Boss Royalty up in here talking about, man. Master P pay. It says Master P may have stayed. Look, hit my hand, but Boss Roy, that's fact. You know, people's gonna give him some priceless games, saying them priceless jewels, man. You know, these young dudes is hard headed, man. They don't want to listen, man. These young dudes don't like to listen. And you know, when I was coming up, man, we listened to the OGs, man, or the elders. You know what I'm saying? Because they was giving out the game. So, you know, we definitely, when they talk that wisdom, we would listen. Generation nowadays, they think they know everything. Yeah, Kodak definitely going to a high security prison. He definitely going to a high security prison, man. And the feds and all that. Which he don't got no murder case, so I don't know, but he got a long rap sheet. So that alone to get you a lot of points enough to go to a higher security, you know. So kidnapping and all that type of violent crimes and all that type of shit gonna get you at a high security. And Kodak got all that in his jacket. You know what I mean? Yeah, but Boss Royalty, man, welcome home, man. You know, we need to want to keep you out of there, man. You know what I mean? I've been out for over what? I came home, I ain't go to the feds, I did a state bid. I've been home since '08, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I've been home since '08, man. So we definitely, you know what I'm saying? We want to free all the real, man. Free all the real. Free all the real. Oh yeah. That's a fact, bro. He got the deck is stacked up against him. The deck is stacked up against Kodak, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause yeah, all them priors, man, that shit'll rope you off. For a matter of fact, I'll give y'all a little of my history. I didn't I caught a case. One of me and my partners, we caught a robbery case when I was 17. Basically, for that case, it was a for that case, it was a robbery case now. And I got what we got? We got community service and we had to pay like fines and shit. We really didn't get no time. I don't even know if we ended up getting probation. I just think we had community service and fines. This was as a juvenile, right before I turned adult. So that was a good thing. Bim, when I was 24, I turned around and caught a case, a drug case, when I was 24 years old, which is a non-violent case. Don't you know that got me sent to a higher security prison because of my prior robbery case I had when I was a juvenile. Now they told me when I was going through the juvenile courts that all of that would be sealed. But when I caught my case when I was an adult, that came back up and that sent me to a higher security prison. You know what I'm saying? Just because I had a robbery as a juvenile. So Boss Royalty know what he talking about. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Yeah, man. Say Aphrodite says, Aphrodite, boy, she ain't letting up, boy. Hey, man. Aphrodite got her foot on their neck, boy. Like, man, hey, hey, you right though, Aphrodite. That's what gangsters do. Hey, when you get your time, you take it on the chin and you go hell and come home. You don't do no telling, no none of that. So Aphrodite, hey, like you say, welcome to gangsterhood. But only thing what I will say though, Aphrodite, I hope I'm saying your name correct. Hey, look, check it out. Only thing what I will say is that gangster don't necessarily mean like living a life of crime. Gangster is being a man, is taking care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Putting food on the table. That's gangster. Gangster is living by certain principles or whatnot. It don't necessarily mean living a life of crime. You feel me? So some people, they don't understand that, so they think to be a gangster, they have to try to fit in with uh, what the crowd is doing. You know what I'm saying? But really, what's gangster is when you see everybody doing that bullshit, you go the other way, man. That's gangster. You know what I'm saying? And you try to be productive in your own way. You know what I'm saying? You don't follow the crowd. You know what I'm saying? That's gangster. You feel me? So they got it twisted, man. The youth got it twisted, and it's because the ones that raised them got it twisted. A lot of the OGs or the self-proclaimed OGs, they the ones that's giving the teachers out the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just because you made it to a certain age or whatever, and you in the streets, don't mean that you an OG. An OG means that you basically giving back to the community. You teaching the youngsters the right thing to do. You telling them to stay in school. You stirring them away from the streets. This is the thing what an OG should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Not putting pistols in the young dude's hands and putting dope sacks in the young dude's hands and all that wild shit. You know what I'm saying? The real OG should be trying to lead the youth in the right way because they learned. The OG should have learned through their life that they was led wrong. You know what I'm saying? So now the change be made. The cycle has to be broken. You feel me? So a real OG should be leading his young compadres in the right direction, not to penitentiary, man, into the grave sites, man. You know what I mean? So just because a dude make it to a certain level in the street life, you know what I'm saying? That don't make him an OG. You know what I'm saying? it's how he's moving. You know what I'm saying? That's basically how that break down. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? That's shit is all twisted up, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And the boy Kodak, he got to learn the hard way. And hopefully it's no such thing as losses in this life, in this world, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesson to be learned. It's in any time you can learn something, that's a jewel. So it's not a loss. You know what I'm saying? It's just you add it on. Man, some lessons is harder to learn than others. You feel me? And this is a hard lesson for Kodak, and hopefully he can learn from it. You know what I mean? Hopefully he can learn from it and bounce back. You know, most definitely, man. But we're going on what damn near an hour, and that's pretty much man all I want to give up on this one. I got a couple other builds that I'm gonna be doing. I might come back at you a little bit later on, and y'all make sure y'all hit that notification bell, man. So when I do these lives, y'all can tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can be in the building, and we definitely giving up free game, man. You know what I mean? We giving up free game. So y'all hit that like button when y'all come in the building. Cause we giving up free game over here, man. You know what I mean? Follow me on Instagram at One Urban Media Fix. I'll follow you back. Just let me know that you from YouTube and I'll follow you back. You know what I'm saying? The love is reciprocated. You dig? And subscribe to my other two channels, Urban Media Fix. For myself, this is Urban Media Fix. My other YouTube channels is Hip Hop Media Outlet and Indigenous People Media Outlet. Subscribe to those channels. Hit the notification bell. I go live on all three of my channels. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to keep in tune with me and keep up with the free game that I'm giving out on each of the channels, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And hit that notification bell. We got an affiliate channel. It's Trap House Boxing. Subscribe to Trap House Boxing. Hit the notification bell over there too. That's all things boxing. And without further ado, man, it's been fun. And I look forward to coming back to y'all next time. As the story unfolds, we will be updating you with the info. For a matter of fact, Lil Reese is out the hospital. He recovered from the neck shot, which I did a live about Lil Reese getting shot. So that's the follow-up on that. I didn't want to do a whole nother live saying how, about him recovering, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, just shout out to that man. You know what I'm saying? We sent the praying hands up in the first one. So, bam. I see all the prayers that went through from people all around the world, not just from this channel. I seen praying hands going up from all around the world for that man, and he recovered. So shout out to Lil Reese. Man, that's pretty much it, man. Without further ado, man, I'm out. Boom.